And I welcome you back to the Dobrinic channel, and tonight we're going to be talking about Tier 2 at Lake Mead. We're going to be talking about the water levels at Flaming Gorge, Lake Powell, Lake Mead, and Lake Havasu. And I have everything you need to know, and it's important for you to check for updates on the Dobrinic channel if you are a subscriber, because I think they have taken away the bell notification. I no longer can find those, so if you know how to activate those, please let me know and I will pin it in the comment below. I have over 22,000 subscribers, and yet a lot of those people are saying that they're not seeing those and they're seeing other people's content that started making videos basically taking my idea and running with it. It's crazy that they're allowed to do that, but hey, it's a free country, so whatever. Anyway, let's get on to the Flaming Gorge. Today's water level at Flaming Gorge is 6,018.45 feet MSL. This was taken Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. The level is 21.55 feet below full pool of 6,040. Changes since yesterday. This thing has fallen 0.05 feet. And we go check the inflows versus the outflows. Your current inflows are 2,266. Your outflows are 1,798 CFS. By content, Flaming Gorge is 75.43% of full pool, and it has 3,788,900 acre feet, and total releases so far for this year is 817,934 acre feet, and that's 52%. And Flaming Gorge was last within 2 inches of this elevation on May 17th. Let's go check the water temperature in today's forecast. Flaming Gorge current water temperature is 49 degrees. Today's forecast is windy in the afternoon with a high around 73 and a low around 39. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 15 miles per hour with gusts of 41 miles per hour. And your current air temperature 69 degrees. And down to Lake Powell we go. Lake Powell's current water level is 3,526.05, and this was taken Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. The level is 173.95 feet below full pool of 3,700. Changes since yesterday. This thing's starting to increase with the decreases at Lake Mead. That's because they're holding back more water, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But changes since yesterday, 0.46, and we go check out your inflows versus your outflows. Your inflows are currently 25,654, and your outflows are only 9,963. So that is why Lake Mead is falling so quickly, is because they're holding back more water. By content, Lake Powell is down 24.63% of full pool of 24,322 acre feet, and they have to release a minimum of 7,500 acre feet, and this is 56.06 of the minimum required. Total release for the water year for 2022 is 4,204,152 acre feet, and this is 56% of the minimum required. So minimum required once again is 7,500 acre feet. Lake Powell is actually up 3.81 feet from the water year. Lake Powell is down though, however, 34.34 feet from 1 year ago today. The snowpack in the Rockies right now is 47%. There's not a whole lot of snow left, less than half, and today is 231 of 365 for the water year. We are 63% through the water year currently. Lake Powell's current water temperature 62 degrees. Today's forecast is windy overnight with a high around 95 and a low around 62 degrees, and winds are out of the west-southwest at 14 miles per hour with gusts of 40 miles per hour. So if you're on the lake, be careful, it's very windy. And your current air temperature is a steamy 91 degrees. And down to Lake Mead we go, and I have information on the Tier 2 next. So before we get to Lake Mead, we want to talk about the Tier 2 and what is going on. So it all started about 100 years ago. In this November, it'll be exactly 100 years ago. They signed the Colorado River Compact. The drafters of the compact and the federal legislators that approved it deliberately ignored from scientists and hydrologists that the Colorado flows in the early 20th century was really high, and the real average flows of the river are much much lower, and we are finding that out today. So is it really drought, or is this just the normal cycle that's going on? Some people are going to say, sure, it's climate change, but some people are going to say it's a cycle, and other people are going to say they're deliberately letting water out, and so on and so forth. But they basically ignored all that, and they went off the high 20th centuries. It is a cycle, in my opinion, but everybody's entitled to their own. I'm not here to argue, so don't bring it. Just keep it for whatever you want to keep it. Everybody has their own opinion, is what I say. But anyway, so whenever they did that, they had this system where if it would fall to a tier 1, which a tier 1 was 1,075 feet, basically they started cutting from farmers, and those farmlands started to dry up. Agriculture is the largest consumption of water in the West, accounting for almost 70% of all consumptions. They have improved water conservation in recent years. It's a little too late, in my opinion, and agriculture generates about $23 billion a year in Arizona and $50 billion in California. So they are sucking this lake dry. And I have one guy that screams all the time on my comments, cattle, cattle, cattle. Yes, cattle is probably the main thing. Dairy cows are another one. Cotton's another one. Rice. And we have talked about the almonds, which they are getting rid of those by the droves because they got no water. And believe it or not, almonds take a lot of water, and you can check out one of my previous videos on that and you'll find out. But the Biden administration is desperate to keep the economy moving because it's all falling apart. You can see that with the high gas prices and everything going on, and it's just crazy how it works. So Southwest Agriculture Industrial has decided that false water counting is the only way to prevent cuts to irrigation distribution, and the Biden administration is behind this. You guys believe this? So no matter what they do, they should be in trouble because basically what's going to happen is they continue to suck the lake dry. And the other thing about the tier 2 is there'll be more cuts to Arizona and to California and Nevada somewhat. Now, Las Vegas, they get the last straw because they put that in, and basically because they put water back into Lake Mead, they basically get more water, reuse it. Now, I will say that Las Vegas has taken out quite a bit of their grass, and the only places that actually have grass now, from reports that I have watched and seen and read, they all said that the majority of those are in parks. Now, I don't know how many golf courses there still are in Vegas, but I'm sure they're still sucking a lot of water out, and it's not a good situation whatsoever. But tier 2, we're knocking on the doorstep, and we will go down to Lake Mead's water level right now and see what is going on. Lake Mead's water level is currently 1,050.14 feet MSL. So we are literally 0.14 feet away from the tier 2. Now the tier 2 won't go into effect till the end of the water year. Does it make any sense to me? That means more water cuts will be coming to Lake Mead. Today, the level is 178.85 feet below full pool of 1,229 and changes since yesterday 0.20 feet. And we go check the inflows versus the outflows. Next, Lake Mead's current inflows kind of match Lake Powell's, 9,615. Your outflows are way more, 15,200, and that continues to let Mojave stay full, and then over to Lake Havasu, and we'll just be covering Lake Havasu tonight next. And Lake Mead is down negative 26 feet from 1 year ago today. Lake Mead is at a low for water year and down 17.73 feet, and they did not see this coming. I've seen many articles when I was researching tier 2 saying that they didn't expect this for a whole nother year. Now, the cuts at Lake Powell probably had an effect on this, so that's not good. Now, by content, Lake Mead is 29.76% of full pool of 25,877,000 acre feet. And total releases for the water year in 2022 have been 5,651,864 acre feet, and this is 62.8% of the minimum required of 9 million. I'll be curious on September 1st to see where that is and what is going on there. And this is nuts. This is just crazy. Lake Mead is down another 3.26 feet over the last 14 days. Not very good. Not very good. Let's go check out the water temperature if you're going out on Lake Mead today. Lake Mead's current water temperature is 65 degrees. Today's forecast is winds in the evening and overnight with a high around 106. Really, really hot there, and a low around 73. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 15 miles per hour with gusts of 43 miles per hour. I don't recommend you go out on the lake today. That's crazy. And your current temperature is a scorcher, 104 degrees, and that is what's going on at Lake Mead. I hope that answered a lot of your questions. If you have more, keep them coming, and I'll do my best to answer those. Let's go down to Lake Havasu for the final stop tonight. Lake Havasu's current water level is 448.77 feet MSL. Thursday, May 19th, 2022. The level is 3.77 feet above the pool of 445. Changes since yesterday, 0.47 feet, and this will be short, sweet on Lake Havasu, as this video is getting a little long-winded here. We'll check the weather forecast for Lake Havasu real quick. Lake Havasu's current water temperature is 70 degrees. Today's forecast is clear throughout the day with a high around 103. A scorcher there too, and a low around 74. Winds are out of the south at 11 miles per hour with gusts of 23 miles per hour. Your current air temperature is 102, and thank you, and check me out on TikTok if you get a chance. I'm over there doing short little clips on Lake Mead, and we will see you on the next one. God bless.